Hello, this is Father Vincent Nguyen, missionary priest in Iceland. Today is Monday, November 10th, 2025, of the 21st week in Ordinary Time. We celebrate the memorial of Saint Leo the Great, Pope and Doctor of the Church. I take the Gospel from his memorial, which is from Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 through 19. When Jesus went into the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do you say that the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets." He said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter said in reply, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus said to him in reply, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my heavenly Father. And so I say to you, you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of the netherworld shall not prevail against it. I'll give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." Venerable Fuchin Shin said that after roughly every 500 years, the Church goes through great trials. In the first cycle of 500 years, we have the fall of the Roman Empire. In the second cycle, we have the Great Schism, when many Eastern churches broke away from the Catholic Church. There is also the invasion of Muslim nations seeking to conquer Christian Europe. In the third cycle, we have a reform of doctrine, but what was needed was a reform of morals. In the fourth cycle, we have, as Fuchin Shin says, the end of Christendom. Fuchin Shin also said that after roughly every 500 years, God sent saints that the Church needed to survive and withstand the storms. In the first cycle of 500 years, St. Leo the Great arose to the seat of St. Peter during a time marked by great turmoil in the world and in the Church. In the world, there was the barbarian invasions coming from the Far East into the Roman Empire. These tribes conquered city after city, destroying everything. In the Church, two major heresies, Pelagianism and Manichaeism, threatened the unity of the Church and endangered the salvation of many souls. Pelagianism denied the existence of original sin and the necessity of God's grace for salvation. Manichaeism believed everything that is matter, for example, the human body and visible creation, was evil. Saint Leo the Great is most known for confronting the feared Attila the Hun and saving Rome from being sacked. In 452, Saint Leo personally left the city of Rome to meet Attila, carrying only a cross. The saint persuaded Attila not to attack Rome, thus saving the city from destruction. Tradition says that before the encounter, Attila had a vision of the apostles Peter and Paul standing beside Saint Leo with swords drawn ready to strike. The apostles threatened that if Attila attacked Rome, divine judgment would come upon him. This story is depicted in frescoes by the painter Raphael in the Apostolic Palace, the official residence of the Pope. Today, Saint Leo the Great continues to be regarded as one of the most important leaders in the Church. His courage, prudence, and pastoral charity were needed during one of the most challenging times of the Church. Saint Leo is also regarded as a doctor of the Church. Nearly 100 homilies and 150 letters authored by the saint are still preserved today. Following the thought of Venerable Fuchin Shin, we are now in the fifth cycle of 500 years. That is, between the year 2000 and 2500. No one knows what lies ahead, or even if the world will still exist at the end of this cycle. Regardless, we need to say that we are currently living in difficult times of the Church. we ought to ask God to send saints to shepherd His church. The principal shepherd of the church is the Pope. Every elected Pope carries a heavy burden and responsibility because he is in charge of millions of souls. It is not an easy position to have. In fact, when a new Pope is elected, before he goes out to greet the people in the world in St. Peter's Square, the newly elected Pope goes to a special room called the Room of Tears, or the Crying Room. It is here that the newly elected Pope has time alone to pray, process, and weep over the great responsibility he has accepted, entailing much suffering and trial which he alone has to endure. So there is a room designated for the newly elected Pope to grasp the scale of his office and weep over it. We should continue to pray much for our Holy Father Pope Leo XIV through the intercession of Saint Leo the Great, so that God may give him the wisdom, strength, and graces he needs to govern Holy Mother Church during these turbulent times. May God bless you all.
If you found this video fruitful, please feel free to share it with a friend or family member. Or if you would like to learn more about our missionary priests throughout the world and how to support them, please visit iveamerica.org. Thank you for watching, and God bless.